mysterious disappearance of Emma Walsh, a 2024 unsolved mystery. Picture this: a car abandoned on a lonely road, engine still running, radio playing the same song on repeat. Inside, a phone sits on the passenger seat, its screen lighting up with worried messages. But Emma Walsh, the owner of both the car and the phone, is nowhere to be found. This is just one of the 200,000 missing persons cases in the United States over the past decade. But Emma's story, it's one that will keep you up at night. What happened to Emma Walsh on that cold September night in 2024? Was she taken? Did she run? Or is the truth even darker than we can imagine? By the end of this video, you'll have theories. But answers? Those are harder to come by. Emma wasn't just another face on a missing poster. She was a 24-year-old graphic designer, celebrated for her creativity, known for bringing light and color into every project she touched. Born and raised in the quiet town of Millbrook, population 15,000, she was a beloved figure in the community. Her morning started with a warm cup of coffee from Millbrook Brews, her favorite local cafe. The owner, Jack, recalls her daily visits.
Emma always ordered the same thing, a vanilla latte with an extra shot. She'd sit by the window sketching ideas for her latest projects. Her creativity was infectious. The whole place felt brighter when she was here.
Her evenings were spent brainstorming designs late into the night, often sending excited messages to her best friend Sarah about her latest inspirations. Emma's disappearance left a profound void, not only for her family and friends, but for the entire town of Millbrook. It's a place where everyone thought they knew each other's secrets, but they were wrong. The last confirmed sighting of Emma was at 8:45 p.m. on September 12th, 2024. Security footage shows her leaving her office, Millbrook Design Studio, waving goodbye to the night security guard, Tom Wilson.
She seemed in good spirits that night. Said something about a breakthrough on a big project. I remember thinking how passionate she was about her work. Never imagined that'd be the last time I'd see her.
17 minutes later, at 9:02 p.m., she called her best friend, Sarah.
She sounded excited. We were planning a weekend getaway to celebrate her latest work achievement. She mentioned something about a big breakthrough, but said she'd tell me more in person. Then I heard her gasp. There was a scuffling noise, like the phone had dropped. I kept calling out to her, but there was nothing. Just silence.
That call, lasting just 68 seconds, would be the last time anyone heard Emma's voice. When she didn't show up for work the next day, her co-workers raised the alarm. Detective Lisa Rodriguez was assigned to the case.
Initial missing persons cases are often resolved quickly. People return home, or there's a simple explanation. But with Emma, everything felt off from the start.
Emma's car was found 12 hours after that last phone call, parked on the shoulder of Route 27, 5 miles out of town. The driver's door was open, her purse was still inside, but Emma, she had vanished into thin air. As detectives began to dig into Emma's life, they thought they were dealing with a simple case of a young woman who'd run into trouble on a dark road. They couldn't have been more wrong. 2 weeks into the investigation, a shocking revelation turned the case on its head. Emma, it turned out, had been working on a sensitive project for a high-profile client. Her boss, Mark Jennings, finally revealed the details to the police.
Emma was redesigning the brand for a major tech company. The project was under strict NDAs. She had access to confidential information about upcoming product launches. I didn't think it was relevant at first, but now I can't help wondering if it's connected to her disappearance.
This new information opened up a world of possibilities. Was Emma targeted for the information she had? Or was this a red herring, distracting from a more personal motive? As the investigation continued, more potential suspects emerged. There was Michael Greaves, Emma's co-worker, who had been reprimanded for aggressive behavior towards her just a month before her disappearance.
Greaves had a history of workplace conflicts. He was upset that Emma got the lead on the tech company project. We brought him in for questioning, but his alibi checked out. He was at a bar with friends the night Emma vanished.
Then there was her neighbor, 56-year-old Ronald Parsons, whose interest in Emma had always seemed unsettling. Sarah mentioned something startling.
Emma mentioned Ron watching her a few times. Nothing overtly threatening, but it creeped her out. She was planning to move, actually.
Parsons claimed he was home alone the night of Emma's disappearance. With no evidence to the contrary, detectives hit another dead end. Now it's time for you to weigh in. Who do you think is the most likely suspect so far? And don't forget to leave your theories in the comments below. Just when the case seemed to be going cold, a witness came forward with a story that would throw everything into question. Linda Marsh, a waitress at the 24-hour Starlight Diner, claimed she'd seen Emma the night she disappeared, but not where anyone expected. Linda expressed strongly.
I'm certain it was her. She came in around 11 p.m. looking nervous. She was with an older man I'd never seen before. He kept looking over his shoulder, like he was afraid someone was following them. They left after about 20 minutes. I'll never forget the look in her eyes. She seemed scared.
The Starlight Diner was nearly 30 miles from where Emma's car was found. If Linda was right, it meant Emma had somehow traveled there after abandoning her vehicle. But when detectives checked the diner's surveillance footage, they were met with another mystery. Detective Rodriguez had mentioned,
The tape for that night had been erased due to a technical error. It felt deliberate. Had someone purposefully deleted the footage to cover their tracks? Or was this yet another dead end in a case full of false starts?
this missing footage raises even more questions. Was it simply a malfunction? Or is there someone out there erasing Emma's trail? What do you think? Was it a coincidence? Or something more sinister? Let us know your theories in the comments. We read every comment, and your insights might just unlock a new perspective on this case. As the months dragged on, Emma's family was left in unbearable limbo. Her mother, Carol Walsh, who had once held on to hope, now found herself trapped between grief and the unrelenting need for answers. Carol reflected.
Every day I wake up and wonder, where is she? Is she suffering? Did I miss something? Could I have protected her?
Carol's voice cracks as she recalls the last time she saw her daughter. The unanswered questions haunt her every moment. The case of Emma Walsh became the talk of true crime forums across the internet. Theories ranged from the plausible to the outlandish. Some believed she'd stumbled upon corporate espionage in her design work and been silenced. Others were convinced she'd been taken by a serial killer who'd never been caught. And a few even suggested she'd gone into witness protection, her disappearance staged by the authorities. But for Emma's family and the people of Millbrook, these theories brought no comfort, only an endless, gnawing uncertainty. Then, just as this video was about to conclude, a new and disturbing piece of evidence came to light. A package postmarked from a remote town 500 miles away arrived at the police department. Inside, a necklace. Not just any necklace. It was one that Emma's mother immediately recognized. It had been a gift from Emma's grandmother, something she had worn every day. Detective Rodriguez explained,
This necklace, it's the first physical evidence we've had in months. But it raises more questions than it answers. Who sent it? And why now?
This new evidence sends chills down the spine of everyone involved. Could this be a breadcrumb leading us closer to Emma's fate? Or is someone toying with the investigation? The truth is out there, but it remains just beyond our reach. The disappearance of Emma Walsh continues to baffle investigators and haunt the town of Millbrook. A talented young woman with a bright future vanished without a trace. A car abandoned on a lonely road. A mysterious sighting at a distant diner. And now, a necklace sent from hundreds of miles away. Each piece of the puzzle seems to contradict the others. As we conclude this video, we're left with more questions than answers. What happened to Emma Walsh on that September night? Is she still out there, waiting to be found? Or are we chasing ghosts, unable to see the truth hidden in plain sight? What do you think this new evidence means? Could this necklace hold the key to unraveling Emma Walsh's disappearance? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. The truth is out there, and together, we just might find it. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.